Hello everyone, welcome to Matrix YouTube channel. Today we are here for the discussion of solutions of Matrix Olympiad paper which was held on 29th of October in second shift. We will start from class 8th and the subject is physics. So let us start our discussion. Question number 1. Which of the following is not a non-contact force? That means we have to find which among these is a contact force. We know that magnetic, electrostatic and gravitational force are non-contact. So directly we can answer friction force is our right answer. Next question, question number 2. A force applied on an object of mass 20 grams, value is given in CGS system, acceleration of 0.2 centimeter per second square, this is also in CGS system. The magnitude of force applied will be, and we can see here in two options the unit of force is in dyne and in 2 it is given in SI system. So let us check. So we know that the force is equals to mass into acceleration. Okay, so the mass is given 20 gram. I am writing it into CGS system, multiplied by 0.2. Okay, from here the answer will become 4 and it is in CGS system, so unit will be dyne. So our correct answer is option C. Okay. Next question. A body floats in water with 40% of its volume remain outside water. When the same body floats in oil, 60% of its volume remains outside oil. The relative density of oil is. Okay. So for this we will use a formula. So for density of oil, let us assume density of oil is rho O. And for density of water, I am writing rho W. Okay, and we have to calculate relative density of oil. That means we have to calculate rho O upon rho W. Okay, so for this, I am using Archimedes principle, and the formula is rho W G VW is equals to rho OG multiplied by VO. What is VW? It is the part of volume which is dipped inside water. And what is VO? It is a part of volume which is dipped inside oil. So we know that value of G is same for both cases. So it becomes rho W VW equals to rho O VO. Okay. And we have to calculate rho O upon rho W, which becomes equal to VW divided by VO. We know that for water, outside volume is 40%. That means inside will be 60%. So for 60%, I am writing 0.6. What is VW? It is the part of volume dipped inside liquid, because the part of body dipped inside oil. We can see 60% part is outside, that means 40% is dipped. So for 40% I am writing it 0.4. On solving this, we will get the answer option D. Next question, question number 4. In question number 4, a statement is given. Let us read. The force of friction on an object in a fluid does not depends on. It depends on the nature of fluid, shape of the moving body, speed of the moving object with respect to fluid, but it does not depends on mass of the object. So our correct answer is option B. Next question, question number 5. In question number 5, we have to check which statement is true and which is false. Let us start from first. Friction opposes the relative motion between the surface in contact. This is a true statement. Sprinkling of powder on the carom board increases friction. No, it is a false statement. We sprinkle powder to reduce friction. Sliding friction is always greater than rolling friction. It is true statement. That's why heavy objects are rolled rather than slide. So correct code is true, false, true. Let us check true, false, true. That means option A is our correct answer. Question number 6. We have to match the column 1 with column 2. Pressure, we know that unit of pressure is Pascal, so I am writing it here 3. Weight, okay. So for weight, we can see here weight W. Weight is a type of force and unit of weight force is Newton, so I am writing it here 1. Okay, And dyne, we can see dyne is also a unit of force, but it is in CGS system. So in CGS system, the force is given by m into a, mass will be taken in grams, and acceleration will be in centimeter inverse square. Okay, so for dyne I will write 2, so correct code is 312. 312, that means option C is our correct answer. Next question, number 7. Here it is said, Ram and Shyam, while returning from school, saw a laborer pushing hard to move a heavy box. Ram immediately ran to him and started helping him in pushing the box, where Shyam brought 2 iron bars and asked the laborer to put them below the box and then to push the box. Okay, based on above diagram and observation, we can say that box will move easily after putting the iron bars below the box. That is a true statement. So our correct answer is A. Okay, so we have discussed all the questions of physics subject. For more information regarding Matrix Olympiad, like medal ceremony, awards and result, please press the bell icon and subscribe this YouTube channel. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone. Now we will discuss the chemistry portion of class 8th. Let's see the question. The question is, a metal dissolved in mercury is called, first option is suspension, option B is amalgam, option C is emulsion, and option D is solution. There are 3 types of the solution: true solution, colloidal solution and suspension, and they are classified on the basis of the category of particles or size of particles. So the suspension, emulsion and solution. Emulsion is a type of colloidal solution. So suspension, emulsion and solution, all are the types of the solutions. But amalgam, when we dissolve metal in metal, then they form alloys, and when we particularly dissolve any metal in mercury, then it's called amalgam. So the option B is the right option for this question. Now let's see the next question. The question is, metal which does not react even with steam is. Option A is potassium, option B is iron, option C is magnesium, and option D is silver. We know that silver is a metal which have least reactiveness, or we can say silver is least reactive among the all. So the option D is the right option for this question, because we know that silver does not react even with steam. So the option D is the right option for this question. Now the next question is, which of the following is a natural polymer? Options are, option A is cellulose, option B is nylon, option C is Teflon, and option D is terylene. Nylon, Teflon and terylene, these all are the synthetic polymers. Means these all are the man-made polymers which are formed or which are synthesized in the labs. But cellulose is a natural polymer which is obtained from the plants. Generally, the cell wall of the plants made by the cellulose. So cellulose is a natural polymer. So option A is the right option for this question. Option C, Teflon, option B, nylon, and option D, terylene. These all are the synthetic polymers, but the cellulose is a natural polymer which is obtained from the plant. So option A is the right option for this question. Now let's see the next question. The next question is, which of the following statement is or are true or false? Let's see the option. Option first is, copper is present above iron in the reactivity series. No, it's a false statement. We know that the reactivity of copper is less than iron, so it is not present in the above iron in the reactivity series. Iron is present above in the reactivity series than copper. So now let's see the next statement. Displacement reactions are shown by all the elements. No, displacement reactions are not shown by all the elements. So this statement is also a false statement. Now let's see the next zinc is less reactive than iron. This is completely a false statement. We know that zinc is more reactive than iron because zinc is present above the iron in the reactivity series. So all the three statements are false statements. So false, false and false means option D is the right option for this question. Now let's see the next question. The next question is match column first with column second and select the correct answer using the codes given below. Let's see the column first. Column first, P is polyethylene, Q is PVC and R is polystyrene. So these are the different kind of the synthetic polymers. Now let's see in the column second. Column second, first option is plastic cups. Option second is bags for food storage. And option third is raincoats, seat covers. Means these are the different substances which are made by the synthetic polymers. Let's see the question again. First, plastic cups. Plastic cups generally made by the polystyrene because polystyrene is very lighter in weight and it is very cheaper than the other polymers. Second is bags for food storage. Generally polythene, and in the polythene, high density polythene is generally used for making bags for food storage because of their resistant to tear. Now the next is raincoats and seat covers. Generally raincoats and seat covers are made by the PVC. PVC is the polyvinyl chloride, and because of their high durability and resistant for water, it's used in the raincoats and seat cover. So P match with second option, Q match with third option and R match with first option. 2, 3, 1. So the option D is the right option for this question. Now let's see the next question. The next question is synthetic polymers have become an integral part of our lives. They are replacing metals, wood and natural fiber due to their durability and less wear and tear. Synthetic polymers are non-biodegradable, that is, they are not decomposed in nature by microorganisms, hence causes pollution. The advantages of synthetic polymers are far more than their disadvantages. With careful use, they can be boon to mankind. Now, let's see the question. The question is, manufacturing synthetic fibers is actually helping conservation of forest because. Now, let's see the options. Option A is synthetic fiber use chemicals while the natural fibers require raw material from plants and animals. Exactly this is the reason behind the conservation of forest. Now let's see the second option. The chemicals used in synthetic fibers are available in the forest. No, this is completely wrong statement because we know that the chemicals used in the synthetic fibers are available in the labs, not in the forest. Now let's see the third. The factories to produce synthetic fiber cannot be set up in the forest. This is also a wrong statement, and none of this means the option A is the right option for this question because synthetic fiber use chemicals while the natural fibers require raw material from plants and animal, and because of this it's helping the conservation of forest. So the option A is the right option for this question. Thank you.
Hello student, welcome to Matrix High School. Today we discuss about Matrix Olympiad paper solution for class 8th biology portion. Start. First question. Which one of the following is not produced by the process of fermentation? Cheese, wine, yogurt and milk. According to question, fermentation process result milk is not. Mean to say not produced by fermentation is milk. That is right answer for this question because it is the natural. So not by ferment. So right answer is D. Next one is which of the following should be used by a farmer with a large farm to harvest his crop quickly and efficiently? Number 1, combine. Second, winnowing machine, sickle, and seed drill. According to question, harvest his crop quickly and efficiently. Combine is the right answer for this. Next one. Name the fungus that is commonly used in bakery and beverage industries is Penicillium, yeast, agaricus, and rhizopus. No. Right answer is yeast. Yeast is used basically in bakery and beverage for formation of bread and formation of ethanol. Ethanol production by yeast. That is anaerobic respiration result. Next one. Weeds are controlled by chemical called weeds. Weedicides. Weedicide is the right answer for this. Directly weedicides control the weeds. That is unwanted plants. Next one. Which of the following statements are true and false? Manure is inorganic substance? No, that is inorganic substance. So, false statement. The process of losing and turning the soil is called threshing, and groundnut is harvested in September and October month. According to question, first is false statement. Second, losing and turning the soil, that is threshing. No, that is false. And next one is groundnut is harvested in September and October month. That is right. So, answer is false, false, true. False, false, true is option number 3. Option 3 is the right answer for this. Next one. Match the column first and second. Blue-green algae, rhizobium, fungus. Blue-green algae. That is column second to match cyanobacteria. Rhizobium for nitrogen fixation. And fungus are the saprophytes. Depend on dead and decay matter. So, fungus is saprophytes. Blue-green algae 2. Rhizobium 3. Fungus is 1. 2, 3, 1. 2, 3, 1. D option is the right answer for this. Match the column. Next question. Next question that is diagrammatic question. Diagram represent the nitrogen cycle is a biochemical process through which nitrogen is converted into many forms. Consequently passes from the atmosphere to the soil to organism and back into the atmosphere. These are the conditions in nitrogen cycle. Select out the correct option for B and A. B, that nitrogen fix nitrogen into nitrogenous compound. And next one is A, atmosphere nitrogen into compound of nitrogen in the soil. So according to option, Spirogyra, no. Spirogyra, no. Blue-green algae, yes. Detrification, B, no. And lightning, B, no. So match. Blue-green algae for B. Bacteria fix nitrogen into nitrogenous compound, that is right. Lightning process. At the time of lightning, compound of nitrogen in the soil, that is right. So, option first is the right answer. Second, third and D is wrong. Algae, no. Nitrification, no. Vibrio cholerae, no. So, option A is the right answer for B and A. B is the blue-green algae and this one is lightning. So, these are the solutions for biology portion for class 8. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to the paper solution of class 8 mathematics of 29 October shift 2nd. Okay, 21st question is what should be added to minus 5/4 to get minus 1. So, it is asking what should be added to. Let's suppose x should be added to minus 5/4 to get minus 1. So, x will be the minus 1. When you will send in left hand side, that is the minus of minus 5/4. So, x equal minus 1 plus 5/4 that is 1/4. Option B is the correct answer. So what should be added to minus 5/4 to get -1? Option B, 1/4. Next question, which of the following is the reciprocal of a rational number? It is saying you are just assuming a rational number. We are just assuming the rational number, that is P/Q. And first of all, we are finding its reciprocal. What is its reciprocal? 1/P/Q. That is the reciprocal of P/Q. So that will be the Q/P. And again we are finding its reciprocal. So reciprocal of Q/P will be the 1/Q/P. So that is the P/Q. So again we are getting the same number. So the number itself is the reciprocal. So which of the following is the reciprocal of a rational number? The number itself is the correct answer. Next question, number 23. Name the property under multiplication used in minus 1/5 multiply 1 equal 1 into minus 1/5 equal minus 1/5. The property is that when you multiply with 1, any rational number is multiplied with 1, you are getting the same number. So the property is called multiplicative identity. So option B is the correct answer. Next question, solve for x. 5x plus 7/2 equal 3/2x minus 14. So 5x plus 7/2 equal 3/2x minus 14. So when we will simplify it, send variable in the same side and constant in same side. So 5x minus 3/2x equal minus 14 minus 7/2. So here you are getting 10x minus 3x/2 equal minus 28 minus 7/2. 2 to cancel out. Here you are getting 7x equal minus 35. So x you are getting minus 35/7, that is the minus 5. So the value of x is minus 5. Option B is the correct answer. Next question, the digits of a 2-digit number differs by 3. So what is that? Any 2-digit number AB can be written as 10A plus B. It is saying the digits of 2-digit number is differ by 3. It means A minus B equal 3 or B minus A equal 3. Any of these can be follow. If the digits are interchanged, then the resulting number is added to the original number, we get 143. When the number are interchanged, when we interchange the number will be the 10B plus A. If the digits are interchanged and the resulting number is added to the original number, so this one is the original number, this one is the resulting number. When both are added, you are getting 11A plus 11B. We get 143. So 143 you are getting. So when we take common 11, that is the 11 bracket A plus B equal 143. And when you simplify it, you are getting A plus B equal 13. Now it is saying that is A minus B equal 3 and A plus B equal 13. So A minus B equal 3, A plus B equal 13. When you simplify it, you are getting the 2A equal 16, A equal 8. When you put in this equation, A equal 8, you are getting B equal 5. So the number is AB, that is value of A is 8, value of B is 5. So the number is 85. Option C is the correct answer. Next, if A and B are positive integer, then the solution of equation AX plus B has to be always. It is saying that A and B both are positive integer. So I am taking an example for solving this. I just assuming A equal 3, B equal 2 and putting here. So 3 into X equal 2. So the value of X is 2 upon 3. So the number you are getting is positive or negative? That is positive number. So option A is the correct answer. Yes or no? So if A and B are positive integer, so if A and B are positive integer, then X will be the B upon A. B is positive, A is also positive, so X is also positive. So option A will be the correct answer. Next question. What is the maximum number of obtuse angle that a quadrilateral can have? Maximum number of obtuse angle. So in a quadrilateral, how many angles are there total? 4 angles are there. So if all 4 are obtuse, it means all 4 are greater than 90 degree, then the sum will be greater than 360 degree. That is not possible. If any obtuse angle have angle more than, just assume, I am assuming 3 angles, that is the 91 degree, 91 degree, 91 degree. So this angle will be the 87 degree. Yes or no? So maximum, this is obtuse, this is obtuse, this is obtuse. So how many obtuse angle we can have? Option C, we can have maximum 3 obtuse angle in a quadrilateral. Next question 28. In the given figure, A, B, C, D and B, D, C, E are parallelogram with common base DC. If BC perpendicular to BD, then angle BEC. It is saying that ABCD, this one is also parallelogram, and BDCE, this one is also parallelogram, and BC perpendicular to BD, then BEC. Okay, we have to find the angle, this one. So if this is angle 30 degree, then what is the measure of this angle? It is also 30 degree. Okay. If measure of this angle is 30 degree, then measure of this angle will also 30 degree. Why? Because these two angles are opposite angle of the parallelogram. So this one is the 30 degree, and in the parallelogram, opposite side are parallel. So BC is a transversal. So angle BCD and angle EBC are what? Alternative interior angle. Okay. If this angle is 90 degree, then this angle is also 90 degree. Why? Because DB parallel to CE, opposite side of parallelogram are parallel, and BC is working a transversal. So here we got this angle is 30 degree, this angle is 90 degree. Then what is the measure of this angle? This angle will be the 60 degree. Option A is the correct answer by angle sum property of triangle. Next question, two adjacent angle of parallelogram are in ratio 1:5. So you know very well that opposite angle of parallelogram are equal, and the sum of adjacent angle of parallelogram is 180 degree. So the ratio is 1:5. So angles are X and 5X. And sum of these two angle will be the 180 degree. So 6X equal to 180 degree, X equal to 30 degree. So these angles will be the 30 degree and 150 degree. So the all angles of parallelogram, if this angle is 30 degree. This angle is 150 degree. So this angle will also 30 degree and this one is 150 degree. So 30 degree, 150 degree, 30 degree, 150 degree. Option A is the correct answer. Next question, for calculation of interest compound and half yearly, keeping the principal same, which of the following is true? Ki we have to find the compound and half yearly interest. Which of the following is true? First statement A, double the given annual rate and half the given number of years. It is saying आप rate को double कर दो और time को क्या कर दो? Half. In the compound and half yearly. Always remember, rate becomes half and times become double. Double the given annual rate as well as given number of years. This one is also false. Half the annual rate as well as the given number of years. False. Half the annual rate and double the given times given number of years. That is the correct. So option D satisfy the answer. So D is the correct answer. Next question, Radhika bought a car for rupees 2,50,000. Next year, its price decreased by 10% and further next year, it decreased by 12%. In 2 years, overall decrease percentage in the price of the car. Listen, we have to find a form of the percentage. So just assume the car price at new condition is 100%. So next year the price decreased by 10%. So 10% decrement, that is the after 1 year the price is the 90%. So how you will write the 90%? 90 upon 100. After again it decreased by 12%. That is the 88 upon 100. 100 to 100 cancel out. 8 9 ja 72. 8 9 ja 72, 7, 79. That is the price remaining is 79.2. So in the starting that price was 100% and now price is 79.2%. So what is the decrement? 100 minus 79.2%, that is the 20.8% is the correct answer. Option C, 20.8% is the correct answer. There is no need to carry the price at new condition. Next question, A bought a tape recorder for rupees 8,000 and sold it to B. B in turn sold it to C. E is earning is a profit of 20%. Which of the following is true? Just assume here, if the price is given now and we have to just check who is earning more profit. There is no need to take the price for A and all. Just assume A bought in 100 rupees and sold on 20% profit. That means he sold in 120 rupees. So he is earning 20 rupees now. And B sold it on 20% profit. So what is the selling price? 120 into 120 upon 100, that is the 144. So it means he is earning 24 rupees. Okay, so it means who is earning more? B is earning more than A. So here it will apply the same cases. A will earn 20% and B will earn 24% on 8,000. It means, so whose earning is less or more? A and B earn same profit. False. A earn more than B. A earn 20, B earn 24. This means B is also false. A earn less profit than B. A earn less profit than B. C is correct. D cannot be decided. Here we can decided. It means D is not the correct answer. Only option C is the correct answer. Next question, given that root 5625 equals 75, then the value of root 0.5625 plus root 56.25 is. Okay, it is given that 5625 root is 75. So 0.5625 plus root 56.25. So this one we can write 5625 upon 10,000, and this one we can write 5625 upon 100. Okay, so when we simplify it, 5625 roots upon root of 10,000 plus root of 5625 upon root of 100. Now put the value of root of 5625, that is the 75, and square root of 10,000 will be the 100 plus square root of 5625 75, square root of 100 is 10. So that is the 0.75 plus 7.5, that is 8.25. So correct answer is 8.25. Option C is the correct answer. Next question, the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle with its legs length 3x 4x. The length of legs are given. So in a right angle triangle, the legs are 4x and 3x. So hypotenuse will be the root of 3x square plus 4x square. So that will be the root of 25x square, and that is the 5x. So the length of the hypotenuse is 5x. Next question, square root of 0.081 upon 0.0064 multiply 0.484 upon 6.25 multiply 2.5 upon 12.1. Okay, we have to find its square root. So first of all we will simplify it. Okay, so 0.081 upon 0.0064 multiply 0.484 upon 6.25 multiply 2.5 upon 12.1. Okay, all are perfect square, but here we have to here we will remove the decimal, and that will be easy to calculate. So in the numerator, how many digits are the decimal total? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So when we will remove, we will divide by 10 raised to power 7, and here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So here we will multiply with 10 raised to power 7. So this will be the cancel out, and decimal will be the removed. So the value is 81 multiply 484 multiply 5 upon 25 upon 64 into 625 into 121. Now take it square root. 81's square root is 9. 22's square is 484. 25 is square of 5. 64 is square of 8. 625 is square of 25. 121 is square of 11. Now try to simplify it. 11, 22, 2 times, 5 times, that is the 4 times. So 9 upon 4 5 is 20, that is 0.45. So our answer is option A, 0.45 is the correct answer. Next question, cube root of 3 into cube root of x minus 1 upon cube root of x equal 2. Then cube root of x plus 1 upon cube root of x इक्वल। सो देखो कैसे करेंगे इसको। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल दिस वन assume is some like p, t, x, y, not x, other than x. So we assume that is cube root of, just assume m equal to. So what is the m? M will be the 2 cube, yani m equal 8. So now that is 3 multiply cube root of x minus 1 upon cube root of x equal 8. Here we have to find cube root of x plus 1 upon cube root of x. And what is given? Cube root of x minus 1 upon cube root of x. So here we can assume it is as a t and then it will be the 1 upon t. It means assume cube root of x equal to t. So that will be the 3 into t minus 1 upon t equal 8. So t minus 1 upon t will be the 8 upon 3. After simplification, it will go t square minus 1 upon t equal 8 upon 3. When we will cross multiply, we will get 3t square minus 3 equal 8t and 3t square minus 8t minus 3 equal 0. Okay. So after simplification, when we will factorize it, we will get 3t square minus 9t plus t minus 3 equal to 0. When we will take the factor 3t common, t minus 3 plus 1 common, t minus 3 equal 0. So the value of t will be the, so 3t plus 1 and t minus 3 equal 0. So from here the value of the t equal to minus 1 upon 3 and t equal 3. Okay. Now it is asking us cube root of x plus 1 upon cube root of x. Yani t plus 1 upon t. In one case t is minus 1 upon 3. So minus 1 upon 3 plus 1 upon minus 1 upon 3. So when we will simplify it, we will get minus 10 upon 3. When we put t equal to minus 1 upon 3. Again we are putting t equal to 3. So 3 plus 1 upon 3. So here we are getting 10 upon 3. So B and C both are answer for the following one. So option D, both B and C. Option D is the correct answer. Okay. Next question, the length of each side of a cubical box is 2.4 meter. Its volume is. Side is given. We have to find the volume of the cubical box. So what is the volume of the cube? Volume of the cube is given by side cube. So it means 2.4 meters cube. That will be the 13.824 meter cube. But here you notice that all the answers are in cube centimeter, cube centimeter, cube centimeter, cube centimeter. So we have to convert in cube centimeter. So for this we will multiply with 10 raised to power 2's cube, because in 1 meter there is 100 centimeter, means 10 raised to power 2 centimeters. So 10 raised to power 2 power 3 centimeter cube. So that will be the 13.824 multiply 10 raised to power 6. But now 10 raised to power not 6 is 1.3824 into 10 raised to power 6. And so this is not the answer. So here we will simplify more. That is the 1.3824 into 10 raised to power 7. So 1.3824 10 raised to power 7 cube centimeter. Option B is the correct answer. Next question, monthly salary of a person is 15,000 rupees and the central angle of the sector represent his expenses of food and house rent on a pie chart is 60 degree. The amount he spent on food and house rent is? Total salary is 15,000. It means total the central angle, sum of the all central angle is the 360 degree equal to the 15,000 rupees. And expansion of food and house rent is 60 degree. So 60 upon 360 degree into 15,000. So total expense on food and house rent will be the 6 2 ja 12, 6 5 ja 30, 2,500 rupees, 2,500. Option B is the correct answer. Next, Ram put some buttons on tables. There were 4 blue, 7 red and 3 blacks and 6 white buttons in all. All of a sudden, a cat jumped on the table and knocked out one button on the floor. What is the probability that the button on the floor is blue? How many total number of buttons are there? 4 plus 7 plus 3 plus 6. Yani 6, 3, 9, 9, 7, 16, 4, 20. Total 20 buttons are there. One button is on the floor. What is the probability that is the blue? What is the probability that the button is the blue? That is the number of blue buttons upon total number of buttons, that is 1 upon 5. 1 upon 5. Option C is the correct answer. Next question. The ages of 50 members of the junior cricket club in the town are as shown below. What percent of members is in 50 and 16 age group? So it is given that total number of members are 50. Now 15 to 16 age group. So we will count from 15 and 16. We will count the number of members of age 15 and 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So total 18 members are there between the of age group 15 to 16. So 15 to 16, 18 members, total number of members 50. We have to find in the percentage, so multiply with 100. So 18 upon 50 into 100, that is the 36%. Okay, so the number of members percentage is 36%. Next question, which of the following statements are true or false? If x plus y equals 0, then minus y is known as the negative of x, where x and y are rational number. Yes, if the sum of the two numbers are 0, then one number is called negative of other number. Option. So first one is true. Rational number are closed under addition and multiplication, but not under subtraction. Yes, rational number are closed under addition or multiplication. It is saying that if you are adding, what is the closure property? If you are adding two numbers, you are getting a rational number. When you are subtracting two number, you are getting a rational number. When you multiply two number, you are getting a rational number. But when you divide one number in the other rational number, there is no compulsory that is you are getting the rational number. It means under addition, multiplication, subtraction, in under all three, that is the true. It means second one is the false. Third is, if r upon s is a rational number, s cannot be equal to 0. Yes, s cannot be equal to 0. So third one is true. So option C, T, F, T is the correct answer. Next question, which of the following statement is that true or false? Sum of the ages of Anju and her mother is 65 years. It means sum of age of Anju and mother is 65 years. If Anju's present age is Y, Anju's present age is Y, then her mother age will before 5 years was 60 minus 5. So Anju's present age is y. So mother's present age is 65 minus y. So 5 years ago mother age was m minus 5. So 65 minus y minus 5, that is 60 minus 5. It means 5 years ago mother age was 60 minus 5. Yes, mother age was 60 minus 5. It is true. 3 years ago the age of boy was y years. His age 3 years ago was y minus 2 years. 3 years ago the age of boy was y years. So 3 years ago the age of boy was y years. So what is the present age? Y plus 3. Yes or no? His age 2 years ago was y minus 2. So 2 years ago the age will be the y plus 3 minus 2, that is the y plus 1. It means this one is also false. Second one is false. First one is true. If the sum of two consecutive number is 93, it is not given in a word form they are consecutive. It is just saying, just assume x plus y equal to 93. If one number is x, then other number means y will be the 93 minus x. Is 93 minus x. It means it is true. So correct answer is TFT. TFT. Option A is the correct answer. Next question, which of the following statement is true or false? Simple interest on a given amount is always less than or equal to the compound interest on the same amount for the same time period and at the same rate of interest per annum. Yes, in the simple interest, the amount is always less than the amount in compound interest. Why? Because in the compound interest, we charge interest on previous interest also. So, in the simple interest, the amount is always less than or equal to the compound interest. First one is true. Second one, 3 times a number is 200% increase in the same number, then 1/3 of the number, same number is 200% decrease in the number. It is saying a number is x, then you increase in 3 times, so the increment is 200%. Then the 1/3 of the same number is 1/3 of the same number, that is it is x, then it is 1/3x, is decreased 200% decrease in the number. 200%. Let's check. So the difference is 2x na. So the increment will be the 2x upon x into 100%. So that is the 200%. This one is true. But now decrement x minus 1/3x, that is the 2/3x. So 2/3x upon x into 100, that will be the 2/300, that is the 66.66%. It is 200% decrement? No. So it means it is decrement of only 60.66%. So second statement is false. First one is true. Second one is false. Third, selling price of 9 article equal to the cost price of 15 article. Selling price of 9 article equal to cost price of 15 article. Okay, just assume selling price of 1 article is 100 rupees. Then the cost selling price of 9 article is 9 into 100, that is the 900 rupees, and that is equal to the cost price of 15 article. 15 articles cost price equal to 900. So cost price of 1 article is the 900 upon 15, that is the 60 rupees. Okay, it means cost price of 1 article is 60 rupees, selling price is the 100 rupees. So what is the profit? Profit is the 40 rupees on 60 rupees. So profit percent equal profit upon cost price 60 into 100. So that will be the 400 upon 6. When you simplify it, you can write in mixed fraction 66 and 2/3. 3%. So the profit percent is 66 and 2 by 3%. Yes, the profit is 66 and 2 by 3%. So the first one is the true, second one is the false, third one is the true. TFT, TFT. Option B is the correct answer. Next question. Match column first number of the independent measure required and with column second to construct a quadrilateral and select the correct answer using the codes given below. So in P, two measures are required. Just see from here, in square how many measures are required? If someone gives only one side 4 centimeter, can we construct the square? Because it is already known that is all angles of square is 90 degree and all sides are equal. So we required only one side. So it means in square how many sides independent measure are there? Only one independent measure are there. It means P's answer is first. Rectangle. In rectangle, length and breadth is required. It means two independent measures are required. So we required two measures. So P's answer is 2. And parallelogram. In parallelogram, we required two sides and one angle. So 3 measures are required. So Q's answer is third. So correct answer is 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Option A is the correct answer. Next question, match column first with column second and select the correct answer using the codes given below. Okay, first one is 7x whole square is greater than 441. 7x whole square is greater than 441. So it means 7x square, 441 square can be written, 441 can be written as 421 square. If powers are same, so we can compare the bases also. So it means x is greater than 3. Option second. So P's answer is option second. 3 raised to power x raised to power 3 equal 729. So 3 raised to power x our whole cube equal to 729 is cube of 9s. So 3 raised to power x equal 9. 3 raised to power x equal 3 raised to power 2 when we compare power x equal 2. So x equal 2 is the correct answer. In R, 5 raised to power x square equal to cube root of 125. 5 raised to power x square equal to cube root of 125 means 5 cube of power 1 upon 3. So when we will simplify it, we are getting 5 raised to power x square equal to 5 raised to power 1. So when we compare the power x square equal to 1, so x equal also 1. So x equal also 1. So correct answer is 231, 231. Option A is the correct answer. Next question, match column first with column second and select the correct answer using the codes given below. Okay. In the column second, when you notice, we require two things, mode, median and mode. Okay. So first we will find the mode of these P, Q and R. So P, Q and R, all three we are solving. We are finding two things, that is mode and that is median. So when we are arranging P in ascending order, so 12 repeating 1, 2, 3, 4 times, yani 12 repeating 1, 2, 3, 4 times, 13 repeating 1 time, 13 repeating 1 time, and 14, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So the median, you are getting median is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 terms. So the median is n by 2 term plus n by 2 plus 1 terms upon 2, that is 12 plus 13 upon 2, that is 12.5. Is 12.5 is here? No, it is not here. It means that is not, median is not here. Now we are finding the mode. So 12 is repeating 4 times, 14 is repeating 3 times, 13 is repeating 1 time. It means mode is 12. It means P's mode is 12. P's mode is 12. It means option 3 is the correct answer. For Q, now we are finding mode and median. So first we are trying to find out the median. So 12 is repeating 2 times, 13 is repeating 2 times, and 14 is repeating 3 times. So the median is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, the median is n plus 1 by 2 terms. So n plus 1, 7 plus 8, 7 plus 1, 8 upon 2, 4 term, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the median is 13. Median is 13. Yes, the median is 13. And what is the mode here? Mode is 14. But mode is 14 is not the answer. So there is no need to find. R, 11, 12, 13, 14. So when you find the median will be the 12 plus 13 upon 2. It means 12.5. So median is not given. And here all terms are have only 1 times. It means mode is not also here. So mode, here the mode is undefined. So first is the correct answer. So answer will be the 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Option C is the correct answer. Next, paragraph 4, question number 47 and 48. It is common that government reserve fares from time to time based various factors such that taxes, economy, inflections for various vehicles like auto rickshaw, taxi and radio cab, etc. The auto and taxi charges in city comprise of fixed charge and the charge for the distance covered. Few situations are given below in the form of questions. Find the correct option. 47. If the fixed charge in a city is rupees X and charge per kilometer is 5 and the total fare is 60 rupees, then the linear equation for the journey of 10 kilometers. C. What is the total charge? Total charge is always fixed charge plus charge per kilometer into traveled kilometer. So fixed charge is X, charge per kilometer is 5 into total number of kilometer traveled 10 and total fare is 60. So the equation is X plus 50 equal 60. So the equation is X plus 50 equal 60. Option A is the correct answer. Next question, if the fixed charge in a city is X, charge per kilometer is 5 rupees, then and total fare is 60 rupees, what is the value of the fixed charge? In the previous equations, we just find here X plus 50 equals 60. So when we will simplify it, X equal to 60 minus 50, X equal to 10. So the fixed charge is option C, rupees 10. Okay, paragraph 4, question number 49 and 50. If V0 is the value of an article at a certain time which increase at the rate of R1%, R1 for first and 1 years and the decrease at R2 for next and 2 years, then the value of the article V at the end of N1 plus N2 years is given by this formula. Okay. So if the value increase by with R1 rate, so for N1 years, then 1 plus R1 upon 100 raised to power N plus 1. And if decrease by R2 rate for N2 years, that is multiplied by 1 minus R2 upon 100 raised to power N2. So how we will solve? See the question number 49. The production of an article of a company in 2002 was 10,000. It means V0 is the 10,000. Due to the increase in the demand, the company increased the production by 20%. So production increased by 20%. Increment for 2 years. So N1 equal to 2 years. After 2 years, due to the decrease in the demand, company decreased the production by 10%. So R2 10% decreased. Then the production after 3 years, it means 2 years, and after 3 years it is asking, so decrement was for the only 1 year na. So N3 will be the 1 year, so V will be the V0, yani 10,000 into 1 plus R upon 100, 20 upon 100 raised to power T, means N1 equal to 2 years, multiply 1 minus decrease by 10%, 10 upon 100 power 1, so that will be the 10,000 multiplied 6 upon 5 raised to power 2 into 9 upon 10 raised to power 1, so that will be the 12,960. So after 3 years the production is 12,960 only. Next, population of the Chhapra district was 2 lakhs on the last day of year 2005. During next year, it is increased by 5%, but due to the pandemic, it decreased by 2% in the following year. Then the population at the end of the year 2007 is, in the starting population was 2 lakhs, increased by 5%, and next year it is decreased by 2%. So at the end of 2007 the population will be the 2 lakhs into 1 plus R1 upon 100, yani 5 upon 100 raised to power 1 into 1 minus 2 upon 100 raised to power 1. So V equal 2 lakhs into 105 upon 100 multiply 98 upon 100. So 40 to 40 cancel out. V will be the 2100 into 98. So that will be the 2058 into 100. So 2 lakhs 5,800. Option B is the correct answer. So इसी तरीके से आपके सारे क्वेश्चन मैथ्स के कंप्लीट होते हैं. आई होप आपका पेपर बहुत अच्छा रहा होगा. आपको मैट्रिक्स ओलंपियाड से रिलेटेड या स्टेट 2 से रिलेटेड कोई भी अपडेट चाहिए तो आपको इसी चैनल पे मिलेगी. इसीलिए चैनल को आप सब्सक्राइब करें, वीडियो को लाइक करें, शेयर करें. थैंक यू सो मच.
Hello student, welcome to Matrix YouTube channel. We are here to discuss the solution of Matrix Olympiad paper of class 8 reasoning conducted on 29 October 2023 in shift second. Hope you performed very well. So let's get started. So question number 51 and 52. In each of the following question, a number series is given with one term missing. Choose the correct alternative that will continue the same pattern and replace the question mark in the given series. So series is 24, 12, 12, 18, missing number and 90. So first find the pattern of the question. So pattern of the question is 24 multiplied by 0.5, it means 12. 24 multiplied by 0.5, it means 12. Now 12 multiplied by 1, it means 12. Now 12 multiplied by 1, it means 12. Now 12 multiplied by 1.5, 12 multiplied by 1.5, it means 18. Now 18 multiplied by 2, it means 36. Now 18 multiplied by 2, it means 36. So 36 multiplied by 2.5, 36 multiplied by 2.5, it means 90. So here missing number is 36. So 36 is the missing number of this series. So here option C is the correct answer of this question. So let's move on to the next question. So next question is, so series is 3236, missing number 37.5, 115.5. So first find the pattern of the question. So pattern of the question is 3 multiplied by 0.5, it means 1.5 plus 0.5, it means 2. It means 2. Now 2 multiplied by 1 plus 1, it means 3. It means 3. Now 3 multiply by 1.5 plus 1.5. 3 multiply by 1.5, it means 4.5. Now 4.5 plus 1.5, so it means 6. Now 6 multiply by, first multiply by 0.5, now multiply by 1, now multiply by 1.5, now multiply by 2, adding 0.5, 1, 1.5, now adding 2. So 66 multiply by 2 plus 2, it means 6 multiply by 2, it means 12, 12 plus 2, it means 14. Now 14 multiply by 2.5 plus 2.5. So 14 multiply by 2.5, it means 35. 35 plus 2.5, it means 37.5. Now 37.5 multiply by 3 plus 3. 37.5 multiply by 3, it means 2.5. 112.5 plus 3, it means 115.5. So here missing number is 14. So 14 is the missing number of this series. So it means option D is the correct answer of this question. So let's move on to the next question. So next question is question number 53. So Deepa moved a distance of 75 meters towards the north. She then turned to the left and walking for about 25 meters, and then turned left again and walked 80 meters. Finally, she turned to the right at an angle of 45 degrees. In which direction was she moving finally? So before starting this question, we should know that there are 4 types of main direction. One is east, north, west, and this is south. And there are 4 cardinal direction. One is northeast, southeast, this is southwest, and this is northwest. So according to question, Deepa moved a distance of 75 meters towards the north. So let's suppose this is the starting point of Deepa, and Deepa moved a distance of 75 meters towards north direction. She then turned to the left. And walking for about 25 meters. Turn left again. She turned left again and walked 80 meters. Finally, she turned to the right at angle of 45 degrees. So Deepa turned 45 degree in the right side. So 45 degree right side, it means 45 degree clockwise rotation. So Deepa turned 45 degree in clockwise direction. So finally, she was moving towards southwest. So southwest is the final facing of Deepa. So here option D is the correct answer of this question. So let's move on to the next question. So next question is question number 54. Madhuri travels 14 km westward. Then she turns left and travels 6 km and further turns left and travels 26 km. How far is Madhuri now from the starting point? So let's suppose this is the starting point of Madhuri, and Madhuri travels 14 km towards west. She travels 14 km towards west. Then she turns left and travels 6 km and further turns left and travels 26 km. How far is Madhuri now from the starting point? So A, B. So find the distance between A and B. A is the starting point of Madhuri and B is the end point of Madhuri. So find the distance between initial point and end point. So First, draw a parallel line with respect to C and D, with respect to DC, and let's suppose it's E. So AE parallel to DC and AE is equals to DC. According to this, AE parallel, AE is equals to DC, and both are 6 kilometer. Both are 6 kilometer. Now find the value of BE. Find the value of BE. So BE is equals to BC minus CE. BC minus CE. CE is equals to DA. Both are 14 kilometer. So value of BC is equals to 26 minus value of CE. Value of CE is equals to DAD. It means both are 14. So value of B is equals to 26 minus 14. It means 12. 12 kilometer. Value of BE is equals to 12 kilometer. So in right angle triangle AEB, in right angle triangle AEB, using Pythagoras theorem. Now according to Pythagoras theorem, this is the hypotenuse of AEB. So hypotenuse square. So hypotenuse, it means AB square is equals to perpendicular. It means AE square plus base. It means BE square. Now AE, value of AE is 6 square plus value of BE. It means 12 square. So 6 square, it means 36 plus 12 square, it means 144. 36 plus 114, it means 180. So AB is equals to root 180. So root 180, it means 5 into 36. So AB is equals to, root 36, it means 6. And root 5, it means root 5. So value of AB is equals to 6 root 5 kilometer. So distance between initial point and end point is 6 root 5 kilometer. So here option A is the correct answer of this question. So let's move on to the next question. So next question is question number 55. Rajan is 6th place from the left end and Vinay is 10th place from the right end in a row of boys. If there are 8 boys between Rajan and Vinay. So according to question, this is the left end of the row and this is the right end of the row. So Rajan is 6th place. Rajan is 6th place from the left. And Vinay is 10th place. And Vinay is 10th place from the right. If there are 8 boys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 boys between Rajan and Vinay. So, how many maximum boys are there in the row? So, how many maximum boys? So, find the total maximum boys in this row. So formula is left position of the first person plus right position of the second person plus number of mid person. So left position of the Rajan is 6 plus right position of the Vinay is 10 plus number of mid person between Rajan and Vinay is 8. So 6 plus 10, it means 16 plus 8, it means 24. So there are 24 maximum boys in this row. So here option 24 is the correct answer. So option B is the correct answer of this question. So let's move on to the next question. So next question is question number 56. 38 girls are sitting in a row facing north. Taruna sits 10 place from the right end and Tripti sits 15 place from the left end. How many girls are sitting between Taruna and Tripti? So according to question, position of Taruna from the right and position of Tripti from the left end. So position of Tripti from the left is 15 and position of Taruna from the right is 10. So how many girls are sitting between Taruna and Tripti? And given total girls is equals to 38. So find the number of mid girl between Taruna and Tripti. Find the number of mid girls. So there are two conditions. If total is greater than to left position of first person plus right position of second person, then number of mid person is equals to total minus left position of the first person plus right position of the second person. And condition number 2, if left plus right is greater than to total, then formula of mid person is equals to left plus right minus total minus 2. So in this question, total is equals to 38, left plus right, left position of Tripti and right position of Taruna is equals to 15 plus 10, it means 25. So here total is greater than to left plus right. So number of mid girl is equals to left total minus left position of the first person plus right position of the second person. So here total is equals to 38 minus left position of Tripti is 15 plus right position of Taruna is 10. So 38 minus 15 plus 10, it means 25. So 38 minus 25, it means 13. So there are 13 girls between Taruna and Tripti. So correct answer is option A. So let's move on to the next question. So next question is question number 57. In a row of 68 people, Sonal is at 22nd place from the left and Neha is at 17th place from the right, and counting from the left, and what will be the position of Lalita, who is sitting exactly in the middle of Sonal and Neha. So in this question, total people is equals to 68. Now in the row, position of Sonal from the left is 22nd. Here is Sonal. And position of Neha in this row is 17 from the right end. And Lalita is sitting exactly middle of Sonal and Neha. Exactly middle of Sonal and Neha. So first find the number of mid girl. So number of mid people. So number of mid people is equals to total minus left plus right. So here is total is equals to 68 minus left position of Sonal is 22 plus right position of Sonal is 17. So 68 minus 22 plus 17, it means 39. So 68 minus 39, it means 29. So there are 29 people between Sonal and Neha. So find the exact mid place. Find the exact mid place. Find the exact mid place is equals to 29 plus 1 divided by 2. So 15 is the exact mid place from Neha and Sonal. So Lalita sits 15 place from Sonal and 15 place from Neha, because Lalita is sitting exactly in the middle of Sonal and Neha. Now find the position of Neha from the left. Find the position of Lalita from the left. So position of Lalita from the left is equals to 22 plus Lalita is 15th place. Lalita is at 15th place from Sonal. So 22 plus 15. So it means 37. So Lalita is at 37th place from the left in this row. So it means option C is the correct answer of this question. So let's move on to the next question. So next question is question number 58. In the following question, choose the correct mirror image from given for alternatives. Okay, so find the mirror image of the given question. So mirror image of the given question look like as follows. Because this part is near to the mirror, it will remains near the mirror. So mirror image of this question look like as follows. So mirror image of the given figure look like as follows. So here option C is the correct mirror image of the given figure. So option C is the correct answer of this question. So let's move on to the next question. So next question is question number 59. If the given interchanges, namely sign, plus and divide, and number 2 and 4 are made in sign and numbers, which one of the following 4 equations would be correct? So options are taken one by one, and let's see which one will follow correctly. So interchange. So first taking option A. So option A is 2 plus 4 divided by 3 is equals to 3. So interchange the numbers and sign. So 2 means 4, first 2 means 4, plus means divide, 4 means 2, now divide means plus, 3 is equals to 3. So divide the numbers, 4 divided by 2, it means 2 plus 3 is equals to 3. 2 plus 3 it means 5. So 5 never equals to 3. So it means option A is the incorrect option. Now taking option B. So according to option B, 2 plus 4 divided by 6 is equals to 8. Now interchange the number and sign. So 2 means 4, plus means divide, 4 means 2, divide means plus, 6 is equals to 8. So 4 divided by 2 it means 2, plus 6 is equals to 8. So 2 plus 6 it means 8. 8 is equals to 8. Yes, 8 always equals to 8. So here option B is the correct answer of this question. So let's move on to the next question. So next question is question number 60. A sheet has been folded in the manner as shown in X, Y, Z respectively and punched. You have to choose from the alternatives how it will look when unfolded. Find the unfolded figure of the given figure X, Z. So find the figure of X, because X represents unfolded paper, and this arrow shows the folding direction of the paper. This arrow shows the folding direction of the paper. So first we folded X, then we got Y. Now we folded Y, then we got Z. Now unfold the paper. So unfold the paper in the same sequence in which it was folded and find the mirror image in each case. So first unfold the Z, then we got Y. So if unfold the Z, it's represent Y. So first when unfold the Z, it's represent Y. Now unfold the Y, it's represent X and find the image of X because X represents unfolded paper. So now unfold the Y and look like as follows. It's look like as follows and it's represent Y and Y represents unfolded paper. So here correct answer is option A because option A shows the correct unfolded paper of the given figure Z. So here option A is the correct answer of this question. Thank you everyone.